Hey folks, Quillyteen here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Stellaris. We are the Clean Ones! And at the end of the last episode, we had a bit of an existential crisis, a schism in our world, because we now have two variants of our race. And part of me wasn't sure how to deal with that at the time. So I took a little break, a couple hours, went and had lunch, gave it some think. And here's where we are. To a certain extent, this kind of thing was going to be maybe inevitable once we released genetic engineering technology into our civilization, right? Into our nation. We gave people the ability to tweak their own genetics. We did it once on a nation level to change our entire race away from being non-adaptive. And perhaps losing that non-adaptive trait was the trigger, was the incentive. People thought, well, if we're already doing that, why not take it to the next logical step? Why not adapt our species further? And more importantly, provide a level of genetic diversification to our species that means that no one virus, no one bacteria could affect all of our species uniformly, thereby allowing us to sidestep some of the threats that some of these plagues and viruses, the kind of thing that threatened our ancestors. We are going to be immune to such epidemics by virtue of the fact that we are going to become more different from one another. That does sound like a fairly reasonable solution to the ultimate problem that our race has felt, this sort of cultural trauma that our race as a whole has suffered, right? By being brought to virtual extinction by some sort of disease in the past. And this is kind of the ultimate solution, right? As long as we're just different enough and have just enough genetic variation that something can't affect everyone. And this would be represented by the fact that we are going to become adapted to radically different climates. Those are going to be very different variants of the same race. And I kind of dig it. This implies a pretty significant, ethical shift, perhaps, and different mindset for our species than where we were when we started this Let's Play. But that does then go and prompt the following question of, well, how do we feel about all these other races? Well, I think that the other races still represent something uncontrolled and inherently unclean. They still don't follow the same norms and protocols that we've established. I'd like to think that the variants of the clean ones that we're doing still have the same mentality as our core original species, maybe, but are making a decision to become genetically distinct in a controlled manner. We don't control the genetics of these other things. They could be breeding pits for other diseases, right? Much like in reality on Earth, we have the problem where a lot of the diseases, including, the coronavirus, but not exclusively so, right? Bird flu, swine flu, those sorts of things. It happens because of existing in other creatures and going back and forth, and humanity not having the genetic defenses against these sorts of things, right? So I think we would look upon all these other species, much as we have this entire run, they are akin to just wild, filthy animals that are breeding pits for new and exotic diseases that might be more well adapted to dealing with a different genetic subset, and therefore might pose a different type of mutagenic threat that our genetic solution that we've come up with isn't going to cover, or something like that. Basically, I'm coming up with an excuse for our race to still be like super racist, because generally speaking, when I play Stellaris, I love open borders, taking in the refugees. I like having a huge variety of species in my empire. Because it actually can be quite a powerful tool to help with colonization. Some of the species are less optimized than others. That is true, and I should probably spend more time tweaking them. So I think we're still gonna go ahead and be super racist, because we're gonna be nice guys like that, sure. But we are going to embrace variation within our own species, because it's a planned variation. It's not just willy-nilly genetics. It's genetics that are intentionally made to make it very difficult, if not impossible, for viruses to be able to. A virus that'll function in one variant isn't going to function in another. That's explicitly how we're going to be redesigning our race, or so we say. In any case, it means we can do something like this. Let's colonize a couple of continental worlds. Yeah, baby. Maybe we'll do these ocean and tropical worlds. 70%. It's not great, not terrible, but we can then do another iteration of genetic modification for ocean-born people. Although I'm still wondering about starting off by like settling these planets with robots first. Tell you what, let's just do the couple of continental worlds first, especially since it can be expensive to set up a new colony, and currently we're running negative money. You can do an upgrade. Let's go ahead and do that. I was thinking the planet where our new species are hanging out, which I think, is it this one? 3 there. Any of the others have our new clean ones? Oh, there's a few planets with clean ones. I don't know. We only have 3 of these. Well, I guess as long as we queue up the colony ships, then they can't be eliminated. That's a good point. And what's interesting, we wouldn't have been able to genetically modify our race away from being voidborn. It's just not allowed. So it's only through this random event that we can have non-void dweller species. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and plan colony ships for these 70% worlds over here. And the reason for that is we want to make sure that our new species are colonizing a few different worlds. They can't be immediately obliterated. And then we will lose that particular aspect. Okay, that does sound pretty good. Yeah, you're still heading over that way, which is fine. Transports as well, heading over that way. That's all good. One of the things I want to do is spend some allies. We don't have a lot, especially with colonization. But I want to get a space station around each one of our planets. So whenever we've got a planet, we'll do a starbase. I'm going to have a very different starbase layout than normal. Everything about this run is me trying to be a little bit different and maybe learn some new optimizations along the way, and wouldn't that be lovely? So yeah, our starbases will really be based around each planet, and then we'll make heavy use of the transit hubs to have people do auto relocations and hopefully, you know, kind of optimize our employments and various things like that.
Fascinating.
What do we want to research? I think we're still doing some debris over here, so let's leave those 2 alone. Sensors are pretty good, although at this point the costs are all pretty equal. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the research boost. Yeah, it's more expensive than the others. Ooh, the artisan one. I mean, we're doing fine-ish on consumer goods. I mean, we'll take some more hits. No, I'm going to do the research bonus over here. I like it. Yeah, the 2-world habitability all becomes very interesting. Although we still won't be able to do that. There we go, more debris. Let's take a look at our civilian ships. You've done that. Artisan troop. I mean, we could go and snag this. Anything just randomly improvable? This is a bit of a hole in our realm pathing. Yeah, let's go and fill that in. I'm just setting a move command for now. And I could go and improve this, especially if there's not as much habitat pressure anymore. You know what? Let's just get her done. Keep spending our alloys on something other than habitats, but there's less pressure for it now, which is nice. All right, let's bring the speed up. And yeah, we're not going to be rushing into declaring war on anyone, because I think we've got a lot of potential for internal growth right now. And it's not like our economy is mega strong. In particular, it'd be nice to get our alloys boosted, which will be a lot easier if we're colonizing ground planets. Maybe we'll make a few industrial worlds. Should we? I wonder, with our species, would we look at some of the things we would do on land in a similar way to our orbital habitats? I.e., is this going to be a game where we finally do economolopolises, or however you say it, which is, I think, something else I've never really done. I tend to go for, like, Gaian world transformation. Oh, okay. And that was the other thing. We get to pick new tradition. I had a little bit of debate before as to whether adaptability makes sense or not. Now I think it's 100% on brand with the new and improved clean ones here, because we're going to thrive through adaptability, adapting ourselves. Plus, the negative 10% pop usage is going to be great for our orbital habitats. Habitability increase is going to be part of our plan to like colonize new worlds. And completing this does let us do these decisions for orbital surveying to get additional resources in orbit of our habitats. I wonder if that applies to any habitat. If it's just the ones that aren't around a special resource, it'll just give you a random special resource. What if you can stack? Because you have something that's got both a research district possibility and a mining district possibility, which wouldn't have much point in it because you're still just looking to do one or the other. 2 more habitability. Speaking of habitability, yeah, baby, let's do it. Let's stack those modifiers. Science ship over here. Oh, you're probably done with the debris. Let's pitch you. Yeah, there's some auto exploring to do. Excellent. And there, and actually, let me just check. Yeah, any debris, time debris would still show up in there. I guess we'd have a little pop-up over here as well. So good. They'll do that. What the fuck? That's a lot of individual ships, not in a fleet. Interesting. Fleet over here. Boom, the black hole system. Okay. Metal-clean ones and metal-clean one irregulars. So we had kind of a message about some, like, intra-racial conflict before. We lost the meta-clean one now. They haven't been eliminated yet. And again, I'll feel a lot safer once they're on multiple planets. I suppose I could have put my transports over there. What? Was that on Jug? I think that was on Jug. Hold on, where's that? Sectors. Is that over here that we have meta-clean ones? And they're just listed as clean ones, but... Oops. I don't know if it lists their subtype here. No, these are void dwellers. Oh, hold on. There's a Jurg pad and a Jurg hook. These are where the meta-clean ones are. Yeah, let's declare martial law here. Yeah, this has a lot of species. I don't know if there'll be time for it, but I'm going to build like a couple of... I'm going to build a couple of these, and I'll just re-land them on the planet in case there's an uprising over here. That would be kind of annoying. And then we can just, after a while, we can just embark them and have them join our transport fleet.
Construction project concluded.
What was this? Oh, that's the Starbase upgrade. I think the idea here is I was going to consider making shipyards. I think that might still be the case. Is that where I'm sending? Yeah. Let's get a couple of shipyards over here. It'll be great with the L-gate, plus it's near the border over here for new ships and also a place for us to upgrade things, which our fleet does need to be upgraded. The bonded... It's a fair number of claims there, you guys. What's your deal? Hostile, inferior. Rivaling, rivaled. Independence guaranteed by the Sildor. Was a favor to me. I feel like you're going to have to be put down. But I kind of want to wait for economy to improve a little bit more before we do something like that. Oh, you have an upgradable central building, so let's do it. And we are... Oh, I think we were full on minerals. Let me just go and sell a bunch of minerals off. Yeah, you know what? We have so much production. I think our credit rate is okay. Oh, pirates. Now, this might give us a hint as to where we might want a starbase. Well, we've actually got a settlement here. And there. Oh, in here. Hold on. You know... Oh! Let's get a couple of hangar bays. I think, yeah, I am really going to want a starbase on a lot of the planets, especially planets that have, or systems that have multiple things, so that and we can put a transit hub. I don't know if this one's going to be one of those, but we'll build the hangar bays in preparation for that. And then I might wait. I don't want to overspend my alloys. But we will build these for passive defense. It's kind of an inconvenient location for us to deal with. Let's... That cost is pretty high. Yeah, things will improve. Okay, I'm gonna spend 15 grand. Quite expensive. And oh shit, not have enough gas. Alright, let's spend a bunch of that. And we'll queue up a battleship over here. I think I'll do this. I'll let this colony ship finish. And I want some backup meta clean ones. Then yeah, we'll start a battleship over here, which I suspect, hopefully we'll be able to clear this, since it is a carrier ship. If it's an artillery one, I'd be a little bit nervous. Could spam out just like a couple of corvettes, just to provide a bit more of an escort. Honestly, I think that's a good idea. We're gonna do that. I'm a little micro fleet over here. Grave robbing. Yeah, seems fine to me. Not my grave. Why did you stop? What? Wait, can we... I seriously don't have a path this entire section? Oh. Well, that's not acceptable. Come over here. One shipyard. Then a hangar bay. Just have a place. Yeah, we're clearly going to have to go for the bonded merchants pretty quick. I was hoping to be peace. I didn't realize we had no path here. I thought I'd assumed there was another connection. Okay, well, here I go killing again. Oh, hold on. These guys, you are to land on this planet and prevent an uprising. You guys, oh shit, you're stuck on the other side. Well, that's okay. We're going to start a war. We're going to be fine. Alright, yeah, we'll get in position and be ready to smack these dudes down. The guys with the weird fleets moving through my territory. Wait, you've locked access. I can't go through you, but you can go through me? As I say, is that just going to inject their ships in space and time? Perfect. Get the fick out. Get the fick out. Might as well keep upgrading the central buildings, although it might increase some alloy costs, but I think it's going to be okay overall. Resolution, minor economic sanctions. Well, good thing we're building some extra ships. You know what? We'll do this. We won't have to worry about, I think, being sanctioned from having too small a fleet. Because we are adding a little bit to it. Battleship hull points. That's going to be very nice. I don't know if we need access to a citadel right now, although I think it does lead to mega construction. Still could go for the bigger versions of this. Actually, there might be time for this. On a planet where we do actually have a lot of alloy production, we can boost it further.
Concluded.
Boost. Let's do this. Habitability boost. Okay, farming's okay. I think we'll just go for the tile blocker tech, which is going to become more and more relevant as we settle things. Starbase. What were you building? Oh, you're building the hangar base for some anti-piracy, which we are going to appreciate. You're landed. Colony ship. That's not even my territory. So yeah, you got kind of stalled out. Okay, there might already be someone going there, but let me route you. I'm betting you were supposed to go here. Just gonna route you somewhere safe for now. You might end up being redundant. We'll take another look at you once you get there. So yes to collecting this, and I think the rest of the construction ships are kind of gonna sit on their hands. There's some more territory to grab, but we kind of want our allies, I think, for fleets right now, because it turns out we're going to go back to war. Do I have two in the same system over here? I do. So let me spread you out. Let me throw you over here. Kind of central, and then we'll figure out where we're going from there. Okay, you're parked there. You are parked here. Do you have the shipyard? You do have the shipyard. So, okay, let's take a look at... I guess we're going to go away from ion disruptors. When do we get the level 4 lasers? I thought we were researching them. No? Maybe it was the level 3s. They're still good. They don't really work with our battleships. I don't know. Maybe we're fine. Maybe we won't make a radical change here. I think this upgrade is just upgrading the shields, which is fine. Physics research go. Tile blockers go. Fleet command limit, da-da-da-da. I think more tile blockers is fine, plus they're fast. Wait, is this the tier 3? I didn't realize there was another tier of the disruptor technology. Well, I don't know. If we're going for non-artillery battleships, well, again, this only works with small things. If we're going to battleships, and I do love big ships. Love big ships, and I cannot lie. We're gonna have to cycle away. So I guess when the X-ray lasers comes in, maybe then we'll change our tech. How's the fleet present? Where? Who? Oh, that's the pirates. Duh. And then over here, we have the single battleship. Oh, let's put the corvettes up top here. My bad. They'll be done real quick. The bonded merchants are claiming more stuff.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, one corvette. Just get the second one. Done. Okay. And then this is clearly more than enough firepower. And the corvettes aren't part of our long-range fleet composition plans, but I think we'll appreciate having them there just to give a little cover to the battleship. Okay, habitability modification. This is what we can use to do more places. Yeah, go on. Although the army damage is going to be nice too. No, we're kind of committing to a plan now. So let's go genetics. Let's clear, well, one apparently, because money's a wee bit tight. We might need to make some more generator worlds.
System survey concluded.
Now, having some piracy going on might not be good for our economy either. Do you have anything you can do? Nope. Oh, and you're kind of stuck over here. Oh, you're not stuck. All right, I can tell you to get out of here. So let's do that.
Initial colonization phase complete.
Good. Who just died? Oh, one of our governors. Well, and oh, that's the permanent quarantine sector. This is a big, important one. We can probably just give you a longer lifespan, leader. They'll get to high level and hopefully do great things. I do have an admiral. Good. Well, we'll put you in there. Give it a little bit of a boost.
Initializing hostile engagement protocol.
Clear this. We'll send a construction
concluded.
ship. Alloy nano plant. More Algate Insight. Neutronium armor. These are really cheap too. I gotta go for the Algate Insight. I don't know when we'll open the gate, but it'll be nice to have the option to do it on command.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Do that. Apparently you got some more upgrades available for some reason.
Research concluded.
Pirate station raided. Some reward. There's our X-ray laser tech. Hyper shields. Colony development speed. We are doing a lot of colonies. Okay, let's finish the shield capacitor real fast. You finish that, great. What you're going to do is you're going to rendezvous over here. We'll get you guys grouped up.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
And then at some point, go time. I just don't know when that will be. Do we have a construction ship down here? I can go and reconnect this. Is it just the start? Yeah. Metal Clean One's massacred. Belongs to the Clean... Like... Clean One Extremist Militia. Oh! Now that is actually interesting and a great story. So our OG Clean Ones, some of them are rejecting the Meta Clean Ones. Which sounds very realistic. Sounds exactly the sort of thing that would happen. We're trying to change the status quo, and there's some people who are reactionaries. I get it. I mean, it's wrong. We've made a decision that we're going in a different direction, but it does kind of make some sense. I'm going to grab the artisan output over here, even though the plasma thrower is very cheap, because we are very slim on consumer goods, and actually, if we could produce an excess and then sell some, it wouldn't be a bad thing. And certainly, we don't want the dip to the point where we have to buy some again, because our economy, our energy production is not going to allow that. Population is still growing fairly slowly. But, I mean, we haven't been building... We don't have a genetics lab on our habitats, which I think is fair and correct. Deep Space Black Site. So if we want to do the transit hub, we will have to grow this. I guess at some point the question becomes where we spend our allies. Also, our food just went down. I think we are going to throw a couple of hangar bays over here to start off with. I haven't, in recent plays, been way more into building a lot of anchorages, but here we're having a bit of a hard time keeping up our naval capacity numbers, so increasing the anchorages right now isn't very helpful. But having a little bit of pirate protection everywhere is going to be pretty good. Transport, construction ship, some idle science ships, including in potential enemy territory. Oh, there's some debris over here. Let's go and research that. Okay, should have plenty of time, I think. Okay, you'll get there, and then we'll figure out what the go time looks like. Even though I think our current fleet composition, in terms of the hardware we've got packed on there and stuff, is not very optimal, we shouldn't have any problems taking out these guys. And maybe now is just the time. There's your habitability modification. I mean, we could also consider doing terraforming stuff, but I think we'll end up picking it up at some point just because it's going to be there. But, we really are looking to solve our problems through genetic modification rather than changing the environment. At some point soon, we are going to run out of star bases. But I'm kind of tempted by the Paradise Dome. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to get some starbase capacity. Especially if we go and claim a bunch more territory and then annex it. I don't know. And we are expanding to a lot of worlds. And I'm talking about having a starbase in orbit of every planet. That if we get a level 2 starbase around every planet, Thyroid Deathlords are insulting me. Okay, that sounds promising. A level 2 starbase will allow us to have a transit hub and a deep space black site in orbit around every planet, which is going to be pretty good for maintaining internal stability.
We are subject to a declaration of war.
You guys are declaring war on me? I guess we're not going to be able to do the vassalization war. I guess I've got a good amount of influence. I'm going to spend it on some claims. Let's take this. That'll open up some pathing, which is nice. All right. Make some claims. What the hell? What? Why are you declaring war? Conquer. Set war goal. I'm stunned. Alright, well, I'm going to go over here and just squish the system immediately with my non-upgraded troops. I'm going to pull back with my transports, make sure they don't just get booped over here, because that actually would be annoying. Yeah, we'll grab this because it's one jump away from the fleet. But then the big priority is going to be to grab this, so we can have our transports go through and actually just open up a lot of pathing treasure. Artifacts. Plus 20% biology research speed. Hey, how appropriate for what we're doing. Plant embryo, I mean, we got a DNA strand going on over here and everything. I mean, it makes sense for what we're hoping to get. Science ship, why don't you make your way over here? I have a feeling we're going to have some debris. Probably not very valuable debris, but we're going to have some. All right. Why do these people... Maybe they don't have enough espionage on me. They don't know how strong I am. Is that a thing? I just assume the AI actually has that knowledge, because that's usually how you implement AI in things like this. Because it's... I mean, AI is hard. It's very hard to make an AI who operates with incomplete information. So generally speaking, what you do is you give the AI full information, but have them behave as if they didn't. Yeah, I don't have enough ships anymore, but... From a little bit of loss, but I'm not too worried. We should get it back soon. Okay, that's done. Let's send you for a quick repair, so we don't bleed off too many things. Although this is a microscopic fleet, the station's probably not too dangerous. I don't know. A little quickie repair is probably a good idea. It's not going to be very far away, and a little bit of delay lets these guys get a little bit closer too. I'm stunned by what's happening here. Not really complaining. I would have preferred to do the vassalization thing. Hey, you created some transports over here. Oh, Trappist Prime has the migrating forests. I think what we would do is burn them. Actually, I think I've always studied them. I don't know if I've ever done a burn. We're definitely going for a burn this time. I have no idea what that does. Probably something terrible. But it feels like what we do. I think I was going to say they're going to get engaged by the space station, so that's not a problem. All right, let's head over this way. Yeah, there we go. Those ships went away. Diggy diggy hole. Final layer. Let's tinker with the machine and see what we can find. What? As soon as the final gate opens up, waves of intense psionic energy wash upon our scientists. Most of them collapse in apparent agony, leaving only a few to make their way. Wait, wait, sure, the rest of this event. What the hell's going on? Seems to be a large temple. Making their way closer to the middle, a few scientists that remain find that it is in fact an imposing machine fashioned in the form of an old altar. As they start tinkering with the machine, they're suddenly beset by a shared auditory hallucination. Screaming command by something to be unearthed, unshackled. Visions of the creature ripping apart the system play over and over in their heads. Creature demands grow shriller. Several of the scientists fall unconscious. Let out an eldritch horror. Change hostility to neutral. Okay, so we have a temporary neutral thing, or we can gain some... Where is this? How bad would that be for us right now? That would be incredibly inconvenient, actually. I'm really curious. All right, I'm gonna Google it. Stellaris, the Elder One. Because I kind of want, but the problem, I think, is if this is a big, giant, like, Leviathan beastie that we can't defeat right now, it's going to completely ruin everything for us. Is this a dimensional horror? Eldritch horror. That's great. Eldritch. Oh, this is not the right page for it. Behemoth Guardian, Leviathan. Broken Gate Archaeology Change, and it just shatters every single planet in the system when released. This sounds awesome! But it is going to make us a deal, right? Let it out. Incoming transmission. Huh. Sorry, I'm just Googling a little bit. You can kill afterwards, but it's way worse. It sounds super dangerous. Oh, for crying out loud. I really, really want to let this thing out. But it would be real bad for us immediately. It would really mess with us. We can defeat it, which then gives us some tech, including jump drive tech. I wonder if it would stay neutral. Change hostility to neutral, but then... Oh god. Okay, it looks like it will actually be neutral. We might feed it people, but as long as it doesn't block our path here, I'm too curious. I gotta let it out. It's not neutral. And oh, okay. Bow down, mortals. Empire Clannets will rebuild their starbase. Eldritch Knowledge added. We get a minus 10% pop grope speed in exchange for research speed. This is actually a terrible deal. But they're going to be neutral, and so we're going to do it. It's a terrible idea, but it was sure as hell a lot of fun. I wonder if it's neutral to everyone or just us. Stability, yeah, breach, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you're building that, which is hopefully going to be fine. Actually, yeah, as soon as this one is done, we're going to be over. We're only short by 6. And that's going to be 8, I think. So that's going to be fine. Okay. So this is the thing that happened. There's still an Eldritch Horror, which apparently can still kill. But now we got time. No auto-serving. Yeah, just stay there for some debris. That's going to have to be okay. I guess, yeah, we'll move into this system. Wow!
Initial colonization phase commencing.
Rest of development. That's annoying. The colonies are good. Ooh, you have some joblessness. I think this is going to stay a tech world. I think that's still the correct vibe for this system. Do we have the... No, we don't have the research lab booster building. That's okay, we'll get it later. For now, I'm just going to build another research lab so this place has some jobs, rather than upgrade, which is kind of gas heavy. Yeah, we really didn't need the research booster, and the growth penalty is actually really sucky, but... On the bright side, we can still build some robots, so that's going to help.
Research concluded.
Sapient Combat AI. I mean, we're already embracing everything that's bad. Let's do it. And we are going to be pro-robot. Robots are great. We actually we're big fans of robots because they are sapient species that can't get genetic diseases, right? Biological diseases. Yeah, they get computer viruses and stuff, but that's not going to ruin the clean ones, so we're completely happy with this. Migrating forests modifier removed. Yeah, I think I usually go the other way. And there's pros and cons to doing the other way. But here I felt it was more appropriate. Apparently, we burn down forests but embrace eldritch horrors. Sure, why not? Looks like it's time for me to put a cut in here, so I'm going to do that now. We're going to continue fighting these dudes who I have no idea what they thought was going to happen when they declared war on me, but it's not going to end well for them. Yeah, we're gonna completely spank them over here. Hey. Oh, the Seabins were invited to join the war. It's these guys over here? I don't think they can reach us because of the Devourers over here, which are not Purifiers. And the Shards. Wow, they do have a lot of territory. What about jump engines? No, we can't jump in somewhere blind. Although if we had enough range, we might be able to jump from here to here. That's for next time, if we get some jump drives. Alright, which apparently we might be able to get from defeating this beastie later on, but we're gonna need a lot of muscle for that. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye-bye.